Well, thank you, everybody. And if you're new to us, I am joined again with Maurizio, who is going to be talking about Avalon Waterways, which is part of the Globus family of brands. So again, really easy to do a river cruise and then add a tour. As he's going to tell you all about that, I'm getting ahead of myself here. But thank you again, Maurizio, for joining us. And again, guys, I will turn off my mic and my picture just so you can get a good shot of the screen. So take it away, Maurizio. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you again, Donna. I think, again, great timing. Avalon Waterways is a growing product for us. And to your point, part of the Globus family of brands. So it's fitting to kind of highlight the differences between Avalon and maybe other river cruise companies out there. Yeah, I'm also going to do the same. I'll just turn my video off and we'll get right into it. All right, so Avalon Waterways, for the general public or the clients that have already watched the video related to the history of our brand, you'll know that Avalon Waterways came to us around 2004. And in 2004, we launched the whole way of river cruising through the European canals and whatnot. But then in 2011, we revamped all our ships to be suites. So we removed the balcony from all of our ships, and it's just night and day different. And I'm going to illustrate or show you the why behind it and what we've done. But I love starting the presentation with relation to the. Actually, I have a fun quick little video of I normally ask in a consumer event, how many of you have been on an Avalon cruise, and then how many of you want to go on a cruise right now? Well, let's put you on a cruise right now, and I'll get that started.
Exciting and new. Come aboard. We're expecting you and love. Life's sweetest reward. Let it flow. It floats back to you. The love boat. Soon we'll be making another run. The love boat promises something for everyone. Set a course for adventure. Your mind's on a new romance. And love won't hurt anymore. It's an open smile on a friendly shore. It's love. Welcome aboard this love.
So we love showing that video because that's the opposite of what would happen. These are very, very safe way of travel through the European rivers on Avalon. Those are mishaps that we definitely want to avoid anywhere near the water. We love highlighting the fact that, year after year, we win the Reader's Choice Award for Best River Cruise Company out there. We also win Cruise Critic Awards year after year. So, it's not often that we get to toot our own horn, but I feel that these particular awards they're not easy, right? They're not easy to get. So we're truly happy that these surveys are filled out by you, right? Our clients that go on these Avalon ships and truly love the experience, and then they write in high regard to allow us to earn these certificates. So there you have it. When you're thinking of the European rivers, really no question is a dumb question. Name the river, and I think we're hitting it. And if we're not, we probably soon will. We're always looking for new and exciting spots along the European canals and rivers. So, no question is a dumb question. If you're looking for one, Expedia, Team Friesen, right across the board, will be able to help you with finding a river cruise that'll suit your needs. I could tell you that, river cruising, the why behind it and why you'd want to take a river cruise. It literally is a floating boutique hotel, right? You unpack the one time and you're sailing along like literally a hotel on water. All about that small ship ambiance, right? Here we're looking at about 150, 160 capacity, depending on the ship. So very intimate, very interactive, relaxed and unhurried in terms of crowds. There's really no crowds. You can get on and off the ship at your leisure when you're on shore. And speaking of shore, you're very close to that main shopping area or walking, within walking distance to the main square just from your dock, right? You got to remember the rivers were there way before the roads were. So, used for shipping and receiving. The cities tend to be built right around the river bank. So that adds to that close proximity to the major attractions. All-inclusive value. This one with Avalon is really a no-brainer. You're getting everything included: breakfast, lunch, and dinner on board the ship. And we'll illustrate the meals and the way we go about doing it. But yeah, everything included. Beer and wine with lunch and dinner as well, or soft drinks. Like-minded travelers. What I love about the Avalon experience is that we have allotments from around the world. So you're meeting like-minded travelers from around the world, and you end up being like family, right? It's at the end of the trip, it's not like when you're on an ocean liner where, you'd be lucky if you see the same couple twice in 1 week. Here you get to meet and mingle with everyone. Great for single travelers or solo travelers. What we offer is, depending on the time of year and the departure, we waive the single room supplement or the solo traveler supplement. So know that, Expedia can help you in finding those departures if you are a solo traveler. This is what I was mentioning early on, where we launched in 2004, and then in 2011, we revamped all our ships. I've actually been on the Avalon View 2020, one of our newest ships, but our oldest ship would be that 2011, and that's when we started to revamp them to be all suites. And I'll show you or illustrate what we've done with them. This is one image just showing you the bed angled toward the water. Fewer passengers, definitely more space. But the idea behind removing the balcony is a way bigger view. It's a 7-foot by 11-foot opening. There's a better view of it. And this is really our claim to fame, right? So 7-foot by 11-foot, removing the balcony, bed on the angle, and 2 slides over from this one, I'm going to show you the why behind it. The furniture in the room is very modern, contemporary as well, and movable. So you can move this furniture to your liking. Storage underneath the bed for your suitcase, so you can unpack and set sail. This gives you an idea of the regular stateroom right up to a royal suite. So the regular stateroom is at the water level, so that portal type window is, that window does not open. You're pretty much at water level there. And it's a 172 square foot room. I've stayed in this room. It's spacious already for river cruise standards. But again, that window doesn't open and the bed is not angled toward the water. The next 2 levels up would be the panorama suites that I've been talking about. And that's a 200 square foot room in the middle of your image there. That 30 some odd square feet or 28 square feet, it does make a difference. You do feel it. And then going an additional 100 square feet to the 300 square foot royal suite is massive. These rooms, I've yet to stay in a royal suite, but I've viewed one and kind of taken photos. You have 2 TVs, you have a little living room, separate shower and bathroom. Yeah, I feel a little bit too large for a river cruise, but you know what? If you want to experience that, we definitely have. We only have 2 per ship, and they tend to fill up pretty quickly. So they are beautiful at 300 square feet. Now here's the why. Here's the why behind what we've done. The left image shows you a lock, right? And this is typical of a European lock going through. You got to remember, every river cruise company out there is limited to how wide, how tall, how long they can build their ships, right? So we decided way back in 2011 to remove the balcony to make space in the room. So if you look to the right, that image is showing you what the balcony would have been is now part of the room. And again, that slight alteration of removing the balcony made the world of difference in terms of space. The balcony, let's face it, on a river cruise was underutilized. We actually asked clients like yourselves, how often were you out on the balcony? And 9 times out of 10, they said we were never on the balcony. If anything, they were just airing out their swimsuits from the hot tub on the balcony deck. But anyways, so we made it part of the room. But if you look at that image on the right and the angle of the bed, more importantly, the wall behind the bed, it created a full-size shower behind. So there's method to the madness with everything we've done with the new design. That slight angle, again, creates a larger bathroom with full-size shower. Again, storage underneath the bed for your suitcase. The beds could be divided or separated without issue, and all the furniture in the room could be moved. For those of you that sat through the presentation on Globus, we talked about Globus Choice Touring. Well, Avalon Choice is really where it all started. We started with Avalon Choice, and we've seen how much our clients enjoyed the choice and alteration to their itineraries that we decided to do it on land. But to give you an idea, depending on the itinerary you choose, you can choose an classic, active, or maybe a discovery type tour or cruise. And it really depends on your tastes and what you're looking for. So classic would be your typical canal cruise, city walks, inside visits. Or active, okay, we're not talking Olympic athlete active, would be your guided hike, guided bike tour, maybe canoe or kayak experience. Really, the choice is yours. Or maybe you want to be on a discovery type itinerary where there's food tours, painting workshops, cocktail workshops, and tastings. So really up to you. We have quite a wide array of different rivers to choose from, and then we have the different choice of itineraries you can select from. Then you have itineraries that have, like, for example, active and discovery on the lower Danube that have pretty much both incorporated. So active and discovery would have, whether you want to take out a bike or, paint or ponder, totally up to you as to what you want to do. But it's all about being immersive into the people, the culture, the history of that destination, kind of bringing it to life for you with our active and discovery type cruising. With the benefit of being Avalon being part of the Globus family of brands is commonplace is that our clients come to us or they go to Expedia and they say, I love that Avalon cruise, but I feel that it's a little bit too short. What else can you offer or what can we do here? But so there's many alternatives. There's many ways of finding a solution, but one of them would be taking a pre-night or post-night before or after the cruise. So here you can see one on the Rhine Gorge where you have 7 overnight cruise, but you can easily add Amsterdam or maybe add Paris or London at the beginning, or maybe at the end in Switzerland you can add Lucerne or Lake Como. Totally up to you as to what you want to do to make that trip as long or as short as you'd like it to be. Another common place would be back-to-back. So back-to-back cruises or even back-to-back with a land product with the Globus family of brands. So you take a guided vacation on land and then hop on a river cruise before or after. With Avalon, it's all about the little things that we incorporate into the package that I feel go a long way. There you have that gentleman on the left having really breakfast in bed, just lay back and, you have a door knocker in your room where you can check off what you want for breakfast and we will serve that to you in your room in terms of room service. We also have L'Occitane product in the bathroom. So you have lotions, conditioners, shampoos, all L'Occitane, which is one of those higher end products. You get spoiled while you're on Avalon, and then you want to buy it when you come back home and you realize how expensive the product is. But anyways, that's in your bathroom. We have nightly turn down service from our hotel staff. So as you're going into dinner or going into your port talk and then dinner, our staff is going in, making the beds, fluffing up the pillows, maybe adding a little chocolate there. Speaking of the beds, if on the opening night you don't like how the mattress is, maybe too hard or too soft, we can change the topper. The topper can be flipped over to a harder or softer feel for you, depending on your liking. Same with the pillows. We could change the pillows up for you to harder or softer. Every ship has a fitness center, so if you have a daily routine or regimen, you can stick to that with our little workout room. We talked about it briefly, but depending on, we like to call it flex dining with Avalon. Depending on where you want to have your meal, you could. So we have the panorama dining room, we have the panorama bistro, we have the sky grill, which is on the top deck, and we also have room service. The bistro is basically everything you're getting in the dining room, but on a smaller scale, almost like a buffet style. So totally up to you for lunch or dinner, what you want to do. If you want to have that full sit-down dinner, being served to you, or you can hang out in the lounge, and we call that the Panorama Bistro. The top deck is seasonal, and that's our sky grill. So that would be like our barbecue type style. And again, seasonal, depending on climate, we would have you guys up for lunch and for lunch on the sky grill. And then we talked about room services available. The very last image on the right-hand side is a couple having a picnic there. The reason why we like showing that image is if you know hypothetically that you will not be making it back to the ship for your lunch, we could box you a lunch. It may not be as pretty as that basket, but we can box you a lunch because you have paid for it, but you know you're not going to be back in time for lunch on the ship. Normally the excursions are morning. You come back for lunch, hang out a bit, and then you go out for your afternoon excursion. But if you know you're going for a full day, it actually happened to me recently where I did a bike excursion where we did 30 kilometers of biking along the shore. So they packed us a lunch and we had a little picnic along the way. So that's definitely there for you. The Avalon Fresh inspired meal selection is done by the Rank brothers. They're two executive chefs that created our menu. I have to admit, our surveys that come back is, they rant and rave about the cruise director, about the experience and everything else. But 9 times out of 10, top is coming back with our food. They love, love, love our food. So know that, you're going to be well served in terms of your meal selection. Little insider tip there is if you're humming and hawing between entrees, maybe take them both, or humming and hawing between desserts, they'll bring you both as well. Very, again, intimate and interactive, so they get to know you. The staff and crew get to know you very well, know what type of wine you like, what type of beer you like, and everything else. That's always complimentary between lunch and dinner. You have complimentary beer or wine, or any type of soft drinks always included. Happy hour is between 5:45 and 6:45 daily. That's when everyone congregates into the main lounge, the front of the ship. That's where the cruise director is talking about the following day, and everyone's having drinks. I could tell you that happy hour is now included. So all the cocktails that you'd want to have within that hour are included. We have a cocktail menu for you. I often wondered how this was going to play out, free drinks over happy hour. Is it going to be a rush to the bar? It was actually the opposite. You can sit down in the lounge, and our wait staff came around and took the order. You could easily have 2 to 3 drinks within the hour easily. Our club lounge, I like the image, but I don't like the image because it doesn't really portray it nicely where, this front lounge, you got to remember, could accommodate everybody, 150, 160 people. This is where you congregate every evening for the port talk. But this image was taken, I think, almost middle or further in. So it doesn't really give you the gist of how big it is. But the lounge is a beautiful area to be. We have a coffee station that's open 24 hours in the front and rear of the ship. So here's the rear lounge with specialty coffee, tea, juice. If this photo was taken a little bit further back, it would illustrate the water refilling station, where we actually encourage you to bring your own water bottle. And we have refilling stations throughout the ship. So We encourage, again, less plastics and what have you, and flat water, bubbly water, flavored water, you name the water, it's all there. And this back lounge is nice. We have board games, books that you could read in the lounge, sweet and savory treats that are replenished. It feels like every hour someone's coming in to replenish them. So all there for you. Complimentary Wi-Fi. This for us is a no-brainer, but I'm finding more and more often people have to buy a Wi-Fi package. Not the case with Avalon. Here we have Wi-Fi included, and it's very strong Wi-Fi. It's actually Starlink, Elon Musk owned company. The Starlink is what provides us our internet. So we often say, pack your passion, depending on what you'd like to do on your particular cruise. We should have a special interest river cruise to match. So again, Team Friesen and Expedia can help you with finding the right selection or right itinerary to match what you're looking for. We always have an Avalon adventure host on board. I tend to hang out with these people, early morning yoga, let's say, or you want to go up for an adventure hike to get the better picture. They're there to help you. We have cornhole now on the top deck. We have mini putt, the big chess pieces as well. So whatever you want to do, it always goes through the adventure host. And we always encourage you to get the Avalon Go app ahead of time. That gives you the most up-to-date information on your upcoming cruise, and any changes or what have you would be featured on there as well. Love this image because that kind of in essence shows you what river cruising is all about. With Avalon, you're docking, getting off the ship, you're literally walking distance to that beautiful medieval town, quaint villages, you name it, just within walking distance. The castles seem to be angled toward the water. It's such a beautiful way to experience it. The roads were, the rivers were there way before the roads were. So, everything seems to be angled and focused to the water. That's why I love showing that particular image. Everything on that top deck folds down for the low bridges. Even the captain's wheelhouse is on hydraulics, and it could go flat with the floor of the top of the deck there. You could barely see it, but there's a hot tub on board all our ships. And new and exciting for 2024, I'll highlight it later. We have a swimming pool on one of our ships. I'd be remiss if I didn't talk briefly about our exotic program. We do exotic cruising as well on the Mekong, Amazon, Galapagos, and the Nile in Egypt. I have to tell you that, with our river cruising in Europe, we own the ships, whereas all of our exotic program, they're charters. So the look and feel is Avalon, but these ships are chartered out from other companies to give you the look and feel of Avalon, but we do not own them. So brand new itinerary for 2024 that's sold out very quickly is elevating the Douro. So Douro Valley in Portugal. The Douro for our land product, Portugal in general, for our land product has been hugely popular. So we knew this would do well. We weren't realizing how well. So 2024 is completely sold out. And 2025 is slowly but surely filling up quickly as well. So you definitely want to get into the Expedia location of your choice through the Team Friesen and find an itinerary that'll match. But this one goes Porto to Porto, 7 overnights on the ship. And here you have the opportunity to, before or after, spend more time in Portugal, either be a land tour, maybe do a Spain and Portugal type experience. That's becoming more and more popular as well. Here's the Alegria. So this ship we had to build for the Douro Valley, very narrow. So only 102 capacity, comparing to 150 to 160 capacity. This one's 102. And this is the one that has the swimming pool on the top deck. So no hot tub, but a swimming pool in Portugal. And look at that guest to crew ratio, 3-to-1, unheard of, right? These are really, really intimate and interactive experiences. Everyone gets to know one another. And brand new for 2025, drum roll coming in, we have Bordeaux. So we have an 8-day, we've always been in France doing the Rhone and the Seine, and we'll continue to do that. But now we're doing Bordeaux with a 7 night cruise. Now, just like any other cruise, if you want to make this longer, no problem. We can make that Paris to Bordeaux 15-day, or you can go a 22-day Basel to Bordeaux. Totally up to you on how long or short you want to make these cruises. But again, how I talked about earlier, combining these cruises is becoming more and more popular, where you get to do back-to-back. We offer these beautiful Whisper audio headsets. I'm shocked at companies that do not use these. So this is throughout the whole Globus family of brands, where the tour director or local guide does not have to yell. You don't have to crowd around the cruise director or local guide. They're going to show you around by speaking into a microphone, and you have an earpiece on you where you hear the full commentary. Again, you don't have to crowd around the local guide, hear it all. So we started the presentation with a fun video. I thought we'd go into a more serious video. Look at how serious this guy is. Highlighting, Avalon Waterways and what we've done, just to round up the presentation.
Remarkable experiences reside beyond the ordinary. Avalon heard the siren song to elevate cruising, and they have. Smaller ships, bigger experiences, every day in every port. With fewer people, but more of everything else. Right at your fingertips. So if you're ready to cruise different, you're ready for Avalon. Cruising elevated.
For those of you who recognize him, that's Graham McTavish from the Outlander series. He actually did one of our storyteller cruises. So who knows, we may invite him back for another. They sold out pretty quick, you could imagine, Donna. He's a popular guy on Outlander. But yeah, thank you so much. Thank you, Donna, again for having me.
Thank you so much, Maurizio. I have to say, I loved my Avalon River cruise. It was amazing. It was my very first river cruise, and everything, you have to compare everything now to that. So it was amazing.
Yeah, for sure. You were on the Danube. Where were you?
The Danube, yeah.
The Danube, nice. Yeah.
But the
very
Bordeaux,
good.
like love wine, so that was very exciting when I saw it.
Yeah. It is very exciting for many. Yeah.
Well, I want to thank you so much, and thank you, everybody. Please stick around if you are in the office and talk to if you have any questions. And we will be back shortly with our next supplier. Thank you.
Thank you again.